this looks amazing. Arie Force 1 has finally been announced for Fun Spot Atlanta after 6 months of teasing. Yes, you heard that right, Arie Force 1, not Air Force 1. This roller coaster is being named after the family that owns and runs the Fun Spot parks. I'll be talking more on the theme and name later on in the video, but wow, this ride looks like a coaster enthusiast's dream. It doesn't even seem real. I've been waiting for this day for so long and I absolutely can't wait to get into this video. A couple of quick things I like to talk about for people unfamiliar with this project are that this roller coaster will be an RMC ground up hybrid roller coaster that will be opening in 2022 at Fun Spot Atlanta. This coaster was announced today at IAAPA by Fun Spot and RMC themselves, and they revealed it with a well-edited promo video. Not only did they do all of that, but they also put out a bunch of other stuff for the media, which is also extremely exciting. There's a ton of stuff to break down here today, but before we do that, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more exciting analysis content coming very soon. With that said, let's stop wasting time and jump right into some of the ride's stats and facts. First off, this roller coaster will have a high requirement of 48 inches. This coaster will be 154 feet tall and will feature a 146-foot drop taken at an angle of descent of 83 degrees. This roller coaster will feature 4 inversions, including the first ever Raven Truss Dive, the largest 0G stall in the United States, and 2 0G rolls, including one 0G roll over their arcade building. It will hit a maximum speed of 64 miles per hour, and it will feature 2 20-passenger trains that look like a work of art. This is kind of interesting considering that most RMCs have 6-car trains. This can mean 2 things. 1, RMC thought an extra car may be too intense for this layout, or 2, Fun Spot isn't expecting to need the extra capacity. This coaster will be 3,400 feet long and will have a ride time of 100 seconds. Lastly, this roller coaster will be Fun Spot's largest investment to any of their parks at a total cost of $13 million. Let's now take a little bit of a deeper dive into the name and theme of this roller coaster. If you've been following this roller coaster since the beginning, you would know that there was a point in time where we thought this roller coaster would be themed to a local sports team, but those plans fell through and now we have Arie Force 1. Like I said earlier, Arie stands for the name of the family who owns Fun Spot. The story behind the ride goes like this. A boy stood on the edge of a field, dreaming of reaching the stars. His imagination often explored soaring above the clouds. His first flight was with a plane made of paper. That boy was named John Arie Sr. Childhood dreams progressed. Today, we've created the Air Force 1 coaster to honor John Arie Sr.'s love of flying, innovation, and exploration, complete with impressive speeds, a through truss Raven dive, and more. John Arie Sr. was actually the founder of the Fun Spot parks, so the theme is a tribute to him. This roller coaster will adopt an overall American space exploration theme. The American part of the theme comes with Fun Spot having a general American theme at their parks. They will also paint the rails of the track red and blue and give the coaster a white structure. Another piece of this theme was RMC's American roots, so this coaster would be American through and through. Now with that out of the way, it's time to analyze this layout. There isn't an official POV, but we do have the full layout now, so I'll be showing you some of the animations and pictures that were released of this roller coaster. This coaster is going to start off with the 154-foot see-through lift hill, and then you'll be yanked down a 146-foot drop. Even though this drop isn't quite vertical, 83 degrees won't feel that much different from a vertical drop. This drop will probably give sustained ejector air time just like most of the other RMC coasters. Then you bottom out and make the ascent into the Raven Truss Dive. This element looks so cool. I can't exactly tell how this will feel, but it will probably be a very snappy and intense inversion as it will probably be taken at high speeds. You'll then go through a speed hill that should give give you a quick pop-up ejector airtime, and then you'll go into another signature element on the ride, the largest zero-G stall in America. I've never experienced one of these larger zero-G stalls on an RMC hybrid coaster, but from what I've heard, these provide upside down airtime, which is basically powerful hang time from what I can tell. So this will be amazing, and seeing how big this element is, it will probably feel like it'll last forever. Next, you'll head into one of my most anticipated moments on the ride, which is the outer banking airtime hill. This hill looks absolutely massive, and coming from someone who has experienced this element on Steel Vengeance, this thing is going to be amazing with insane lateral ejector airtime. You'll then be thrown into a double up into a big hill as the park awarded it, which should give some great airtime. Then the ride goes on top of the arcade building and performs a barrel roll that gets really close to the building and will probably be a really close near miss, and you'll feel like you're just inches away from smashing into the building. The next element is called Fakey Airtime, which I'm honestly pretty confused about the name there, but it looks like a small outward banking airtime hill that should give some nice airtime. Then you'll hit a 3.75 G ground hugger, otherwise known as a low to the ground bank turn. This should be a very intense turn and should provide some good strong positives. Next is the final inversion, which is a 0G roll, which should also be fun and provide some hang time. Then you'll go into the chili dip, which is a little dip on top of the arcade, and then you'll go into the quad down. Much like Lightning Rod's quad down, it should provide some great ejector airtime. I'm assuming this won't be as good as Elrod's quad down because that coaster uses the terrain to its advantage, and this coaster appears to be on flat ground, but this should be a great element. Finally, you'll go through one more airtime hill and then you'll hit the brakes. Wow, this roller coaster looks fantastic. This coaster doesn't look like it will be the longest ride in the world, but I don't think it'll be short either. The pacing should be awesome, and I think there won't be any dead spots on this ride. There's also a good mix of big and small elements, which is something else that I love. This coaster should not only compete to be one of the best RMCs in the world, but will also have a shot at being straight up the best roller coaster ever built for a lot of people. Another thing I caught from watching some of the press conference is that this is just the beginning for the expansion of Fun Spot Atlanta, a park with about 100 acres of land to expand on in the future. John Arie Jr. mentioned that the park's master plans include a hotel, water park, and other roller coasters. Georgia is a growing state and Atlanta is a growing city, and I'd expect to see this park take advantage of this, and potentially make this their signature park, with the Florida parks having less land to work with. Another thing I wanted to touch on is why I think Fun Spot chose RMC over something more flashy to the GP like a B&M dive coaster. Well, Fun Spot being a small chain, I really think that they wanted to spread the news through third-party outlets such as people in the coaster community like myself. Not only would this form of advertising be free, but it would also be a great way to get people buzzing from all over the world. And what else to get us buzzing more than a giant ground-up RMC hybrid coaster? So well done on Fun Spot's part. Overall, this is like a fantastic addition to Fun Spot Atlanta, and this ride should get people from all over the world making the trip down to Fun Spot to ride Arie Force 1. This coaster definitely should have a shot to be the best new ride of 2022, as this coaster will be added to a loaded class of rides opening next year. I can't wait to start seeing construction updates for this ride, and I'm even more excited to see what people think of this ride once it opens. That said, those are just my thoughts on Arie Force 1. I'd like to hear any of your thoughts on this ride down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like this video down below and subscribe for more analysis videos coming very soon. With that being said, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.